Hey, what's going on, boys? So today's video is going to be a game review of probably one of the most world-renowned Yasuo players in the world, and that is Yassuo. They actually named the champion Yasuo after... No, I'm trolling. But seriously, he is definitely one of the best Yasuo players in the world. At times, he has some pretty big slip-ups. He is a streamer. You've got to give him a little bit of leeway, but when he's in form, his Yasuo is definitely an unstoppable force to be reckoned with. So today, we're going to be reviewing one of the games. It's going to be nice to see what thousands and thousands of Yasuo games will do to your specific champion performance. So without further ado, let's get straight into today's video. Alright, heading to the game now, guys. Quickly touching on the runes. We have Precision and Resolve setup. This is pretty much a textbook rune setup. When you're playing Yasuo, the Resolve is giving you a lot more resistances in the lane to kind of tank a lot of the auto attacks you'll be tanking, because you're going to be in the minion line looking to get melee trades off. Early game in this matchup, you'll probably see Yasuo play it very slow, play it very steady. The Cassiopeia level 1 and level 2 is extremely potent, and if you misstep a couple of times, take a little bit of minion aggro, you're doomed. So as you can see here, it's just sitting back waiting. A lot of times you can... Those melee minions are all going to get low enough so you can Q straight through and get them all. The Cassiopeia is not playing too aggressive. I feel like the Cassiopeia can be putting a lot more pressure onto him right now, rather than sitting so far back. The level 2 for the Yasuo is pretty decent because the Cassiopeia poison, guys. When Cassiopeia throws her Q, you use E on Yasuo to dodge it, and then you can all in. Without poison, Cassiopeia is absolutely fucking useless. The damage numbers on Cassio without poison is like little to none. You're never going to win if you don't hit the poison. So you'll probably see Mo here just play pretty passive. Wait for level 3 maybe, look for an all-in. And probably even wait for the jungle ganks to come through from the Gragas. A flash Gragas body slam is pretty lethal, especially in the mid lane. Gets in, get the auto trade, moves back. You'll see him do this numerous times, guys. You always want to be moving in, leaving a minion behind you to E back towards, so you can kind of get in and out before the Cassio has time to react. There you go. Beautiful trade coming out. Cassio burns flash like an absolute monkey. I have no idea what the fuck she was thinking. No flash until 750 now. Yasuo is going to know this, so he's going to time it. The Gragas probably could come as well very soon if he wants to flash body slam this. Great aggression from the Yasuo here. Just making use of the minion line, guys. Still hasn't placed a ward, but he's kind of like he's playing very wary, I guess, in that early game. Gets out-traded there though, a little bit too aggressive. Probably wants to drop his ward out soon, just in case the Tali is going to be dropping in. Pops it in the mid lane topside brush. It's a decent ward. It's a quick and easy ward to get. If you have a little bit more time, you can go and put it a little bit deeper into the river. It's going to help you a little bit more if the Tali is looking to wrap behind you, which she so often does on that champion. Gragas comes in. The Yasuo is most likely... The Yasuo has pinged out the Cassiopeia flash, so Gragas knows this, has flash up. Probably could look for a flash now even. Beautiful. Pops him, gets the first blood. Who dropped first? Oh my god. That is actually one of the most annoying fucking things when you're about to get first blood and then one of your fucking laners dies. Alright, so heading back to lane now, he's got the Zerka Greaves. This is just a sign of pure aggression. He wants to extremely apply a lot of early pressure on the Cassio, using the extra additional MS, using the additional attack speed to really put some pressure on the Cassio as she moves up. It's really hard as like an immobile mage, such as the Cassio now, to deal with this type of combo. He can just dash in and out extremely quickly like that. Boom. And now the lane's like done. We'll see what he does with the wave. It looks like it's going to shove into the Cassio. But if you can cop a freeze here, when I was like playing in Korea against a lot of the really good Yasuo players, like whoa, that's a good solid kill. The Cassio disrespects. He moves up into the wave. A lot of the good Korean Yasuos, they'll get this early game advantage and then they'll just freeze on you. They'll literally just freeze on you and deny you from the entire waves, and you're not allowed to touch anything. So we'll see what Mo does after this wave resets. If he uses wave management to his benefit, or maybe he just looks for the hard shoves and looks to work with the Gragas. We'll see. Takes away the camp as well. Beautiful play here. One of the most efficient things you can do on Yasuo is time the enemy jungle wraiths, take your own as well, and just literally take everything. Take every single minion you can on the map. Looks to stack up his Tornado here, looking for the Varus. Oh man, gets the ult off. He should get this as well. Nice. He drops there. I think, in all honesty, it's worth. He could have played it a little bit better, but at the end of the day, he's probably going to net him the same result. The gold is completely even between the two. It looks like the enemy bot lane is a little bit better than his bot lane. That Rice is a pretty interesting name. It's also weird. I think the Cassiopeia would have benefited more from like a defensive summoner. Exhaust Barrier seems decent. When you're running Ignite into Yasuo, it pretty much... If you can't get... Like, the Ignite is honestly only useful in the pre-6 when you're looking to try and kill him early to prevent his snowballs. So, like, now that Ignite is in the Cassio's pool, it's completely useless, in all honesty. It's not going to really benefit her any more than something else, such as the Barrier, such as the Exhaust. Even a heal is pretty decent in a 2v2 scenario with Italia. He has a control word. I want to see where he places it. He has wait, is that his bot side pink? Well, it might be Gragas's. It might actually be his. I didn't see... On his first back, he got Greaves. But I didn't see if he got a pink as well. Just hard shoving this wave now. The Cassio... It's not too bad for the... Oh my fucking god, this Cassio. This Cassio is a very interesting player. Interesting that he pushes it there and doesn't zone out the wave, because the Cassio is actually picking up all this farm. Like, when you hard shove like this, it's good. And, but if you, like, hold the wave now and move up and let the two waves eat each other, it's actually not too bad of a play. Because as the wave shoves in, the Cassio is going to continuously eat this shit up. And right now, the Gragas is hard farming. So getting priority is, like, you don't actually get that much from getting the priority. Wait, the Talia is just actually... Oh, my fucking... Oh, my... This is nasty, buddy. Yasuo just demolishes them. I don't know what the fuck the Talia was thinking. Oh my god, they put it on a silver platter for him. He played it perfectly as well. He baited it in, executed well. It's always hard in these scenarios because you're like, did they play it bad or did he play it well? I think it's a bit of both, in all honesty. I think the Talia baited the Cassio, and by the time it was finished, it's all done. It was too late, and then Mo just completely demolished and executed correctly. Picks up that first tower gold. It's looking really good right now. Into an Infernal as well. Everything is lining up perfectly. He should have enough for his PD now as well. I think Yasuo builds are like PD, IE, and situational. I've seen some Yasuos in Korea, they go GA third, so that they can like make sure that in the mid game their fights are like, there's not really, it's extremely hard for the enemy team to get a shutdown on you because you've got that inbuilt GA. But you can also go things like Frozen Mallet, you go Sterax I've seen, BT I've even seen a couple of times. Wasn't just let to pop the ult, just playing it slow. Just waits for the free kill rather than doing the risky under tower where the Varus could possibly have popped his ultimate. I don't think Varus has his ult. But yeah, man. Just greed, pure greed there dropping. Didn't need to commit for that. He was sitting on a fuck ton of gold and they just got an Infernal. So like things like that, it's just like small things like that where he's just trying to make plays where a good solo queue player needs to identify, you know, like where you need to be risky. You need to assess the risk versus reward. The reward there, killing that Pyke, is fuck all. The reward is like nothing, but the risk is you give another shutdown, you're off the map for 15 seconds or so. So that death there, definitely unnecessary, but in the long run, probably won't matter that much. He picks up a really nice buy. It's a PD and a BF sword. This Yorick's not doing too bad. I always think Yorick's a troll champion, but Dokla played it in the LCS and played it pretty well. Oh my god, if he died there. Burns the flash as well for a 1-for-1. He was just trying to he's trying to salvage it at the last second. It's always difficult here. Well, like you have to decide what to do. A lot of the time, people really stagnate in the mid game. Mid lane towers dropped. A lot of people would they just sit around, they don't do much, but He identifies here, bot lane. He wants to punish it extremely hard. Yorick's already dead. So you're just going to rotate here. This is what you should always be doing. After you get your lead mid, guys, it's not enough. You need to transition your lead to the side lanes, top lane or bot lane, or even in the jungle. You can't just continuously hammer down mid lane. It's eventually just going to become inefficient for you to keep on trying to stomp out your opponent. The Cassio is actually keeping up in farm. She's not leaking too hard. I thought early game, the way she played, she was going to be like 0-10 with like 50 CS. Well, this Talia could actually outplay this. We'll see how she plays it. I feel like you should always step into that brush. He's not trying to use his Oh man, if he get, oh my god, that was actually really that was actually really nice. I feel like whenever you're, it's hard to say in hindsight, you'd be like, oh, I mean, how would he have known? But it's always, I always feel risky doing that that tower dive there without just taking the millisecond to checking that brush for somebody waiting. Very nice shutdown for Mithy. This is from last patch as well. This is from patch 8.15? 8.14. I think that the IE component is different. I think they changed it. So it's not double BF now. Alright, he's got his IE purchased at 13 minutes, guys. He's 2 full items at 13. He has so much damage. I honestly think, I was kind of reassessing, I think a QSS wouldn't be that bad of a third. Into a Cassio and a Varus, especially if you're frontlining a lot with the lead, but we'll see how he wants to go with the build path. Just hard shoving in mid, looking to rotate around and take all of the resource. Whenever I watch like the Korean Yasuo, it's like HF Goku, and there's like another guy with the Korean name. Like they're probably the 2 biggest name Yasuo players in Korea. They're both challenger with like 700 plus games. You'll notice them, they take jungle, like their enemy and their own team's jungle camps continuously. That's how they average like 9-10 CS per minute every single game. Is just, they're always, because you don't have a mana pool and you have hardly any CDs, you're just continuously clearing their jungle and your jungle. He's gonna keep on taking these rates out here. And for the 2v1, it's definitely doable. At this point in the game with this many kills, you're expected to 2v1. You can't just keep on backing up and playing passive. You need to apply like your gold lead on the map. Taking the camps, like I said, he's playing it well. There's not really much for him to do at the moment. All you really need to do is wait for the Gragas to group and just use your synergy extremely well. The Gragas ultimate and a Yasuo is just fucking like Gragas Yasuo, Zac Yasuo, like those combos are so smooth. Now Drake, it's not actually that good of a Drake in my opinion. I honestly prefer Cloud Drake over Mountain Drake. Depends who I'm playing, in all honesty. If I'm playing a split pusher, I love Mountain for the towers, but Cloud Drake is definitely underrated. A lot of junglers just leave a Cloud Drake, and it's like, that MS should be an easy 1v1. Just slices him like butter. That MS is so important, especially with champions out of celerity. It's actually a super efficient Drake. It makes you rotate around the map quicker. You can sidestep skill shots better. Actually a really strong Drake. Moving bot side now. Pretty much on Yasuo, side laning is optimal. Just sitting mid and grouping. Usually a bot lane goes mid, you drop into a 1-3-1. It's definitely a split push champion. You have great shove, you have great 1v1 potential, 1v2 potential. It's not really a champion, just want to be sitting mid. Like something like an Orianna or something, it's definitely not that type of play style. Alright, finally, he's actually playing with his jungler, like to the jungler side, of the Gragas side. I feel like, not too sure. I feel like it's on both of them. They keep on splitting like away from each other. They're just looking for the combos now. Maybe he said something in chat. Let's work together. The Gragas is a 2 or 3 man ult. Holy shit, I thought he had missed. Really well played. They just need to keep doing this. Literally this on repeat. Their ultimates are actually on a pretty small cooldown. They just want to keep on taking these fights like that, and then getting the objective and resetting, waiting for the cooldowns. It's such a nice combo to have. Good vision denial here from the Fiddle, looking for the ultimate setup. If they get this kill, it's probably inhib. Actually, no, Natalia is still here. Oh man, that was really nice. Really good. Holy shit, that was actually extremely good. He sees Natalia, extremely immobile. I've said extremely like 12 times, but sees Natalia off by herself, commits for the flash, know he can get that rotation off, knows his damage numbers correctly, slices her. When you're snowballing this champion, man, it's like, it doesn't matter who you are, you're gonna get absolutely demolished. That's like 3 shots on the pike. God, it's fun playing this champion when you're ahead. When you're behind though, it's a different fucking story. As you can probably tell when you watch a Mo stream, it's so hard to play from behind. You just end up inting, you look like an absolute clown. Oh my, why has he oh, he's clean. I still feel like that's, whatever. That's the solo queue player coming out at him. That play there is just like, it's not needed. You don't get anything from it. He's gone, dude, yeah, he's gone Merc Skim. I thought he was going to go QSS. I thought the third item QSS was going to be way more efficient than the third item GA. He's going to go QSS then GA, I assume. Maybe skips it altogether and just goes BT for straight dueling prowess. But after you get the, I feel like BT, after you get Merc Skim, it's not necessary because you've already got some type of lifesteal. I don't know how this Cassiopeia has actually stayed in the game. I swear she was going to be like 0-10 by the end. Holy fuck, Gragas does a lot of... He has actually Lich Bane, what the hell. You should be fine. Just has to play it a little bit safe. This Gragas actually carrying that team fight. Mo didn't do too much, not gonna lie. He played like he went in deep, but the Varus flashed away from the DPS. They should be able to 3-man this. It's actually a lethality Varus though, so it's gonna poke a little bit, but it's 1 versus 3. Good win wall there, blocking it out. I wonder who's considered the world's best Yasuo though. I know a lot of people would probably say Caps right now, because Caps has had some pretty good performances on it. There's two Korean Yasuos, I'm not sure. I've watched some of their gameplays and they seem very insane. They seem consistent, which I think Yasuo, like Mo, has problems with. I think it's mainly due to like him playing on stream a lot. You look for more plays. You look for more plays to impress the stream. Which like if you play a lot off stream, you tend to like, you don't chase kills as often. You don't look for like the insane high risk plays as often, and it usually nets you just a much more consistent play style, which is better for solo queue. Like you can like Mo's rank varies a lot. But the Korean Yasuos, they seem to always stay in like high chals, like 500 LP plus. It's really hard to get yourself knockups. In a game like this, where they have a lot of like things that you gotta be wary of, like the Talia W, the Varus ult, the Pike. Probably gonna drop. Yep. That's the one thing about the Cassio in this matchup. As soon as you put down your W, your Miasma, you can't dash on the Yasuo, and you just cannot move. There's nothing you can do. You're just gonna get demolished. Alright, spawning back now. The enemy team's actually making a comeback. I don't know, like the Cassio is doing a lot of damage in these fights with their build. You got that 40% CDR and just ripping through the enemy. Well, he's got both sums, so he should be able to, like, next team fight, he should be able to, honestly, like, these are the types of fights where the Yasuo is getting a pentakill. You've just got to be extremely, you got to wait the enemy's cooldowns and then engage, or just dodge them out with the wind wall. I haven't seen too many really good, like, wind wall uses this game. There might just not have been the scenarios for it, to be honest. Looking at split in bot side, open inhib just means you can, like, with this type of comp, you can just run in and take it. All the Gragas needs to do is find like the Varus, find the Cassio off mispositioned, just throw the ult and it's done. A done deal. He's playing like really frontline as well. Frontline heavy. Cassio Miasma down. They should be able to move in for the... Oh, this Ryze ult. I don't know if I would take that. I never trust Ryze ults like that, ever. Waste everything on the Pike. Could be a mistake. His team end up picking up 3 though, so it doesn't matter in the end. Gets it in here, but the wave's not coming in yet. They can... No, I mean it's 4v2. 4v2 with the wave. They should be able to end easily. They should be able to end easily. If they just play it for the... If they play for the end, they get it. But if they play for the kills, they're probably gonna regret it. Varus drops the Rise. Are you fucking kidding? Wait. He's actually trolling. Dude, it tells me when that... Dude, I've lost so many games where you think you've won and then you dive the enemy fountain, enemy respawns, Baron ends the game, and you're just thinking, why the fuck did we not just end the game? Alright, so looking at the build now, guys, he's going for the BT 4th. It gives you a lot more trading, like a lot better trading potential and more damage, as opposed to going the GA 4th and then the BT 5th. I honestly like the GA more. I think the GA is, like in a scenario like this, the GA just gives you some type of insurance, some life insurance on the team fight. In case you get picked off or something like that happens, you can still afterwards clean up. 1 minute to the Baron, 1 minute to the Vernal. They're just going to wait out the Baron. If they wait out the Baron and then just group onto the Nexus turrets, they're just going to be able to slowly close out. It's a shame. Like they could have ended the game before. I don't know what the hell they're thinking. Because that the game is 100% not over. There's a 2k gold lead. Only 2k gold lead in this game. It's actually insane. Fiddle's going ham. Decent by the Fiddle. He has an Hourglass as well, no? Yasuo. He's putting a lot of emphasis on this Pike. He has the BT now to heal up. This comes in clutch. You've got to be really careful into this Tilly matchup. If the Talia puts her E out like that and you dash into it, you actually kill yourself. Alright, this should be the game. Finally, it should have been the game fucking 4 or 5 minutes ago. But I don't know. Hope you guys enjoyed this review, guys. I think it's pretty decent. Like, he had a really good game here. You can see some of the key mistakes he made. A lot of time just doing like really high risk plays for little to no reward. In the future, I'm probably going to do a Caps Yasuo review and also one of the Korean Yasuo reviews, and then maybe like put them all three together and compare and see who's the best. So until next time, guys, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you later.